A quick version of today's Chumash on page Tuesday, page 29, the third Aliyah for Emor. By Daber Shlomesh Lemar, Hashem told the Moshe saying, Yudches, Daber El Aaron V'Banavel Kol Bnei Yisrael, speak to Aaron his sons and all the children of Israel. Marta Leim, say to them the following: Ishish Bnei Yisrael, every man from the house of Israel, Minager Hagar Yisrael, and from every convert amongst Israel, Asher Yaakov Karbanim L'Chol D'Dreim L'Chol Nesam, that will offer his sacrifice for, be it for a vow offering or for a gift offering. That they're offering it particularly for the Ola, so it's not a shlomim, it's a particular burnt offering, which is a full giving over. Page 30, Rashi, the first Rashi, Nidrehem. What's the difference of a neder and a nadava in halacha? So when you give a sacrifice, you would say either harei alai, I take upon myself, it's upon me the obligation to bring a sheep. That's a neder. And the thing is that if that sheep gets killed by a wolf, you got to bring another sheep because you said it's on me to bring. It's an open-ended obligation. Nidvaisam, the nedava, is I'm bringing this sheep. If some freak accident happens, I'm not responsible for another sheep. It was a common way of obliging oneself to certain different levels. Okay. This sheep shall be offered as an appeasement on your behalf. Tamim Zachar, a perfect male sheep. Babakar, whether it's from cattle. Bakvas Zavim, whether it's from sheep. Ba'izim, or from goats. L'tzonchem, says Rashi. You bring this Ola as a l'tzonchem, for your goodwill. What does that mean? Bring me some peas for you before me. That shall act for you as an appeasement, a piment in Old French. And what is so God's saying, like, why would someone fork out $300 to burn it up? No meat, no barbecue. What's the benefit? Because you're going to appease God. You're going to, what's the language?
I don't like that word.
Okay, you don't have to.
It gives God a nasty aspect. Can be said in a different way.
Another word. Standing by to find. So how about this? Here's about it. The ways in the Kahas Chumash, they will attain. So better than an appeasement, which you're right is not a great translation. The person obliges himself to bring the carbon oila, the burnt offering, because it will attain favor for you. Is that better?
I don't like that any better.
That's what it says, though.
Bring it out of love and commitment, but not. I don't like it. You're diminishing God in the eyes of the person who's trying to.
I hear you.
Bring something to.
I hear you. The words though say, "Liratzon," for the will.
Or his wish, not his faith. It doesn't have to be favor. It's a wish. Ratzon is a wish.
No, but for his wish for you.
Maybe a desire.
Ratzon chem, for his wish. Let's take it for his wish for you. What does that mean, wish for you? Bring it so he should do a wish. So it should be he should have his wish for you. That doesn't seem to. Ratzon is, again, Hebrew one word can have a kind of different nuances. His wish for you, what does that mean with God? He will desire you, maybe. He will want
it's
favor. That's what it says.
It's plural. It's in the plural on top of it.
Yeah, okay, fine. It's plural. Fine. We're talking about the body of Jews.
It's fine. It has another meaning there. It's
whatever.
Something else.
Anyways, that's the way Rashi's going with it. Moving on. Tamim Zachar Abakav Akvasim. Like, I get your uncomfortability, but it does say that, and we have to then reconcile our uncomfortability with what it says. It's hard to kind of say like it doesn't say that. It does say that. But I get, notwithstanding, it's uncomfortable. So how do we reconcile? That takes broadening our concept of relationship with God. Good point. Tamim Zachar Abakar Vakvasim Izim. A perfect male from cattle, sheep, or goats. But regarding a burnt offering or bird, you don't have to have it be male or unblemished. It could be it could be missing a couple feathers or something. It's okay. And it doesn't get disqualified by a blemish Only if it misses a whole limb, then it's disqualified a bird. But a bird, which is a poor man's, a cheaper version of a sacrifice, that doesn't need to be male or whole. Chaf Aleph, the Ishki Akriv Zavashlam Hashem. I'm sorry, Chaf. Kol asher beimom lo yisakrivu ki l'ratzin le'yilchem. Anything that has a blemish, you must not offer up, for it will not act as a favor, it will not attain God's favor for you. If you bring a measly, battered sheep, it ain't going to bring God's favor for you. Now, if you offer to bring up a shlamim, which is not totally burnt, some meat was eaten by the kohen and the owners, and you're doing it you do it via the mechanism of separating by pronouncement, neder or nidava, which is two language of obligating yourself. You have the choice of from cattle or from sheep, unblemished. It'll be attain favor. In order to attain favor, it shall not be blemished. Lefali neder means to pronounce with your words. It sounds like it doesn't say male. Just pointed out. How are you? It doesn't say male, so I'm wondering if you could be. I don't know the halacha, but okay. Let's say soon. Now it says the laws of blemishes for animals. The umbrella thing we're talking about is don't have blemished animals. It won't work. You have to give your best to God in order for God's nachas, God's favor will shine on you. You don't bring your best, you bring a blemished thing. It doesn't. What are blemishes? Chavbeis. Averes, oy shavur, oy charutz, oy yabeles, oy garav, oy alefes, lo yisachrivu ela Hashem. An animal that's blind or broken-limbed or split eyelid or cleft lip or has wart or a dry boil or a festering boil, don't bring any of these to God. No fire offering you should give from them on the altar to God. Rashi translates these terms, although the English translate it. Averis is a noun for the blemish of blindness, ivaron, in the feminine tense. You should not have the blemish of blindness, the animal. Oy shavur, or broken-limbed, it should not be. Charutz means the eyelid. The eyelid is split or damaged, or his lip is split or damaged. Yabeles, a wart in Old French. Garav min chazazis is a type of lichen, some type of warts and pimples. We see Yvilfes Shimshain, he took hold. Why are these warts called holders? Because they hold on to you till you die. There's no cure for them. Lo sakrivu, it says 3 times, don't offer this type of blemished animal. To warn you, it's a prohibition for sanctifying them. Don't even sanctify it. Forget about giving it. Don't even sanctify it. Don't slaughter it and don't offer it. Don't throw the blood. Nor may you place as a fire offering the limbs on the fire. That's the 4th time. So it's very repetitive, but each one is a different stage of bringing a carbon. Chav Gimel. Let me just see if I can. Hi, I'm running a few minutes late, but my assistant Erin is going to meet you there. See you soon. At Chabad. Okay, sure, muted that. Okay, move along. Chav Gimel, the Sharvis says sort of a kalud, an ox or sheep that has disproportionate limbs or a closed hoof. You may designate it as a gift, but as a vow for the altar, it will not act as an appeasement. So if disproportionate sarua, disproportionate limbs, kalud, hooves are closed, you may designate it as a gift for the upkeep of the temple. But as it can be a gift. What's a gift? So basically, they would sell it. They would sell it and then get the money and use it for the temple upkeep, the building, upkeep. But it cannot go laneda. But as for the altar, it can't go. And what is, because if you do, it won't act as an appeasement, as a favor. Which act?
Another translation would be it's not acceptable.
Okay.
That's what I see in some
Okay,
books.
fine. I hear you. Acceptable.
That's what the Kahot uses. I mean, that's what this
They
one
say favor.
Acceptable.
Oh, here they say a favor. Yeah. Here they translate Yeratzeh as acceptable. Good point. And yeah. Okay. What is a which holy act is an act of acceptable? This would be that which goes on the altar. What brings the person extra nachas and divine favor? It's acceptable to that kind of closest to God. It's an altar. And therefore the animal has to be perfect, as the unblemished. Moving along, I only got a couple minutes. An animal that has testicles which are squashed, crushed, torn, severed, you may not offer for Hashem, nor may you perform such operations to neuter the animal in your land. Says Rashi, these terms. This is by the testicles or the membrane. Ma'uch means beitzav muchim biyad. The testicles were squashed by hand. Kasus means they were crushed more than squashed, mutilated, torn. They were detached by hand to the extent of the threads of skin by which they were hanging are severed, but they're still attached and they're still within the scrotum. The scrotum has not been detached. The charus or severed, they were cut by an instrument, but are still within the scrotum. All types of mutilation.
So how to use something like steer meat.
Right.
The butcher these days is steer meat.
I mean, I don't know, steer meat for a sacrifice. Maybe it's, I don't know exactly.
It's a mutilated animal. Everything we eat these days is mutilated.
This is not the laws. I'm not saying yeah or no. This is just not the laws about kosher. This is about what's acceptable for the altar. So I don't know. Could be you're right. Could be not. It's a different set of laws. Which is the term for an Aramaic and is expression of crushing. The chasus means means crushed. The great house will be smitten into a system. Small fragments, similarly, are reed with many cracks. Normally perform in your land. This act of castration, any domestic or wild animal, even if it's impure, you're not allowed to castrate a pet. The reason for this is, says, in your land. This is to include all animals in your land. However, it's impossible to say. It means literally the sin of castrating an animal only applies in Israel, but not anywhere else. Because why? This is not land related. This is This is person related to animals. It's nothing to do with the land. And we know all things that are forbidden for you to do, it can't be done irrespective of the land. If it's land related, like Arla and these things, but if it's that you should not do this act, then who cares where it is? Okay, from the Gentile must not offer the food of your God from any of these blemished animals. For they are affected by the mutilation. They will not act as a favor for you.
So neutering an animal now
there's ways to do it. The Gentile could do it before he gives it to you. You can't do it yourself. And from a Gentile brings an offering to a priest to offer to God. So you could actually offer karbanis from a non-Jew. It just can't be blemished. Although blemished animals were not forbidden when they did sacrifices by the sons of Noah, unless they're missing a limb, which was really a gross, gaping hole, that applies to offerings on the Bama, which was the pre-temple portable altar in the fields. But the altar in the dwelling, you cannot is more specific. You can't sacrifice any type of blemished animal. However, an unblemished animal, you may accept it from them to offer in the dwelling. A non-Jew. It therefore says, a man, double. Any man, even non-Jews, can vow to bring gift animal offerings to the altar as a Jew can. Mashchasa means the mutilation. It will not act as an appeasement to you, to atone for you. Here it translates, what's the appeasement? The appeasement is atonement. That you do this extra thing to Hashem, you get a certain grace. or atonement that's happened. That's what it sounds like. I don't know. You have to analyze more. Chav Vav. All right, we're going to stop there. Actually, we'll do this and we'll do the daily insight. Chavav. Saying, when an ox, a sheep, or a goat is born, it shall remain with his mother for a 7-day period. And from the 8th day and on, it becomes acceptable, the Karban Ish Hashem, as a fire offering for Hashem. Okay. Let's do we'll stop there, and you can do the rest yourself. We're going to do, though,